Good morning, everybody. It's the 5th of October, and this morning I'd just like to do the October G10FX cloud chart review, looking at the G10 currency pairs from an Ichimoku cloud chart trading perspective. There's the usual disclaimer. And here are the currency pairs we'll be covering today. Jumping straight into the Pro Real-Time platform, we'll kick off with the Australian US dollar. What we can see here, we had a nice sell signal here way above the cloud. It encountered some resistance in that zone. It sold off, failed to find support at the top end of the cloud here, and now it's been rebounding from the bottom end of the cloud support zone. So this 77.98 zone is a key support zone for the current rally. Now, watching out very closely for potential MACD buy signal. Any weakness back down to retest this level plus a corresponding MACD buy signal will be a nice retracement trade. Okay, turning to the weekly, we can see here this old resistance zones here, these levels, cloud chart resistance levels held very nicely, and it failed to go beyond that resistance zone. Looking at the front end of the weekly cloud here, we can see 0.7842 is a significant support zone, and that's now corresponding well with the daily support zone. So it is trying to rebound from these lows here, so we could see further upside back up to the bottom end of the cloud here, but watching very closely to see when the MACD will be turning around for a potential retracement trade. Okay. Interestingly, the Euro-US dollar, we had a fantastic rally here since breaking past cloud chart resistance. We had a nice cloud chart buy there, and we stayed in it. There was many buy and sell signals within the MACD, but it's been a nice rally up until now. We then ran into significant resistance here at the 120 zone, 122 zone. That's the resistance level there at 121. You can see there 120.80, and that comes from these cloud chart levels here as well as this area of support here. And if you look back here, we could see the low of July is now the new resistance level for this on a weekly cloud chart basis. So the downside potential risk here from a downside perspective is right up to this level here, top end, the front end of the cloud. So watching out for the 1.16 zone as the next key support level on a weekly chart. And turning back to the daily chart, we can see we are desperately fighting for support at the top end of the cloud here. Slight small rebound here. The top end of the cloud here has resistance as we're now trading within the cloud, and it's trying to rebound from this old support level there. But this downside risk back down to 116, which we can see from the weekly cloud, is a weekly support level, so we could see further downside to that level and then a rebound from there. And then other support level to watch out for is a 115.18 level. But short-term relief is possible back up to the bottom end of the cloud here. Cloud chart resistance back up to retest these levels. So we're going to watch this one very closely to see when that trade will come through. MACD not given a buy signal yet, so we suspect that buy signal on the daily will come when we retest this 116 level if support fails to hold at this 117.10 zone. So watching out very closely to see where we're going with that. Okay. But short-term relief trading, technical swing trade possible, just back up to the top end of the cloud chart resistance. GDP US dollar had a couple of very nice trades here. Currently correcting after a rally back up to a key resistance zone. If we're going to look at the weekly chart, we can see these old levels here, breakaway gaps 135, cloud resistance levels came into play. Sold off, now it's retesting, fighting desperately for support at the top end of the cloud. A bit more weakness this week. And we can see this significant weakness. We could see this area being tested currently, 132.16. That's a key support zone there. We're taking our cue from the front end of the cloud here. 132.18 is a significant support zone. So watching very closely to see we are trying to struggle to take that support level there. So there's downside risk further down to this cloud level here, but currently it's fighting for support at 132, 118. So it'll be interesting to see if support's going to hold there. However, MACD still remains on the bearish outlook for sterling. Okay. New Zealander, US dollar. Struggling to rebound. Price actions taking place below the cloud, so we are on a downtrend. MACD signal kept us on the side on this one. It's going to fight for support here at this 71.33 zone, and the next cloud level to watch out for 70.82. So if we go back to see where these support levels come from, it's the top end of this cloud level there. And if we go to the daily, the weekly, we'll see where that support level is. So we're currently now on its way to test for support here at these weekly cloud chart support levels. So watch out. You can see there potential rebound potential from this 71.54 zone or 71.32. So we're pretty close to potential rebound. We do have a bearish outlook on the MACD so far. So there's downside risk down to these levels and then a potential rebound from that zone. US dollar CAD. With a nice little rebound here. Back up to the bottom end of the cloud chart. That's now the new resistance zone. These lows here making out resistance. Bottom end of the cloud here is the resistance zone. So we could see a turnaround at that point. This rally could be stopped in that zone. The weekly is a little bit, the outlook's a little bit better now. We're going to get a MACD buy signal soon. So if we see this pullback here, retest of this low here, maybe is at 123.45 is the next entry point. Slow grind higher towards the bottom end of the cloud resistance zones. Levels to watch out for is the front end of the cloud at 126.65. That thing is just not clicking there. That's the wrong place. Move. There we go. So the short-term rally potential back up to this 126.55 zone on a weekly basis. So watching out for the MACD weekly to come through in the next couple of days. So we've had a nice rally, rebounded, MACD buy signal, a couple of points in this trade. Then we're now at this resistance zone, so we're going to see how it's going to respond when it gets to this bottom end of the cloud chart resistance zone. And that might be a short selling opportunity for it to go back down to the bottom end of the cloud chart support here. Okay, so watching that one very closely. US dollar Swiss franc running into resistance here, old cloud chart resistance here. Within the clouds, so struggling to get past these cloud chart levels. So looking at some profit taking up there. You can see the weekly cloud chart. We're struggling with these old cloud chart levels with the top end of the cloud chart, the bottom end there, and the top end there as very, very significant resistance zones. So we could see this weekly rally last up that level and then run into trouble. We've had a MACD buy signal on the US dollar Swiss franc on a weekly basis. So the outlook remains bullish up until the bottom end of the cloud on a weekly basis. US dollar Danish krone. Nice little rebound here. Grinding into the bottom end of the cloud chart resistance. Watch out for the 6.372 zone and 6.408 zone as the next key resistance zones there for that current rally. We can see that support level came from this cloud chart level here. So it found support at these levels as well. And watching out, the short-term opportunity is for a rally back up to the bottom end of the cloud chart here at 6.426 zone. So that's the next key resistance level on the weekly cloud chart. Okay. US dollar Japanese yen. Weekly cloud chart, we had a nice rebound from the bottom end of the cloud chart support zone. Broke through the top end of the cloud. The top end of the cloud now is a new support zone. So 1132 is a new support zone there. Front end of the cloud support zone is being tested at 12.52, and that's the next the support zone top end of the cloud here. Upside potential up to the old highs here of 114.56, so there should be a rally up until these levels on the weekly chart. We've had a MACD buy signal, so the outlook is bullish up until these resistance levels. Okay, the daily chart, watch out for these levels here. These should act as support. It's currently testing for this level here. The lagging line is also trying to find support at the top end of the cloud, support levels here. Desperately fighting for support at 112.68 with further upside up until these old highs here, if that comes through. Watching closely for MACD profit taking signal. Do expect to dip back down, retest these support levels here, and then continue its move higher. Front end of the cloud outlook is still bullish. Okay, so the short-term weakness, but the medium-term upside potential. US dollar, Norwegian krona, also grinding into the cloud chart resistance. We can see here these old highs here, a significant resistance, as well as the thickness of the cloud. Front in the cloud indicates that the long-term outlook has changed to bullish. Short-term outlook might see some profit taking and then a sell-off back down to retest these levels here, these lows here. Corresponds very well to these lows here for a key support zone. And then the weekly, you can see we're rebounding nicely here, old support lows here as well as cloud levels. So the upside potential is here. We've now rebounding from a key support level. We're going to get a MACD buy signal soon on a weekly, and then we should have an easy ride up to the bottom end of the weekly cloud here, up to 8.030. Okay, so and then the next level would be that cloud level there at 8.2463. Should be the next level there. Okay. And US dollar, Swedish krona, also similar to the Norwegian krona and Danish krona, grinding into the cloud after a tremendous night of trading opportunities there. It's a very nice short trade. So if we look at the weekly, rebounded from old low year of May 2016. Now the upside potential is up to the bottom in the cloud is the first level of resistance here at 8.2788. And then we're going to grind higher up until these levels there. And these levels there at 8.3690. So it should be an easy ride back up to these levels. Bottom in the cloud chart, the resistance zone. Watch out for the MACD buy signal to come through the next couple of days. So you can see these levels, they come from the weekly cloud chart as a significant resistance zone. So we should see a slide, a rebound from the bottom in the cloud level here, grinding up to the top end cloud chart resistance zone, and then digging into this resistance zone area there. But we should see a short-term correction here, and then that could be the next entry point for a swing trade to the upside. Okay. Basically, the euro and the sterling is one's interesting. Euro is grinding into cloud chart resistance, trying to find support at the top end of the cloud here. And then sterling, look at sterling weekly. Sterling weekly cloud chart, very fighting hard for support at the top end of the cloud here. So potential rebound zone here. Watching out for this level here at 130.64 as a potential rebound zone as it's fighting for support at the top end of the cloud here. Okay. All right. Until next time, happy trading.